right? Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halayim Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Makar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Honors and salutations to sincere Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, laboring in honesty, sincerity, charity, and sound doctrine to the hopeful elect. Because that's all this thing is about right now, man. You know, and to the women and children that believe on the name of the Father and the Son, who the Father's name is Yahweh, Yah meaning he, Howeh means exist. Son's name is Yahweh Shai, Yah meaning he, Howeh Shai means the deliverer. He is a deliverer because he's going to deliver us, man, out of this captivity that we're in, out of Babal, Babylon. All right, my name is Micah Allah Bun Gad Bun Yashala. I'm with the Watchman Philadelphia camp. And basically, I just want to go over Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, from verse 1 going all the way down to verse 11. All right, because it's like encouragement to you younger Rakim that's just coming in. And you know, for the older Rakim too, man, because you know, we at times you have to be reminded, man, you know, of what this thing of ours is, man. And the importance of it, you know, and mainly like I say, like mainly it's for well, you know, it's for all Akim, man. That's the hopeful elect, because that's why we do what we do, man. So I'm gonna just hop right into it. This is the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, prepare thy soul for temptation," man. So yeah, like when you come to serve the Lord, this ain't like you know, because some dudes think that once they get into this truth, they see brothers out there on the highways and byways cursing out the so-called white man, snapping and all that, telling the truth, and they like, yo, that look good, that look appealing, man. You know, that's appealing to me. I want to do that, but not knowing behind the scenes what those brothers are really going through, man. Especially if they men of the Lord, man. You gotta prepare your soul for many temptations. Look at Yahweh Shah when he was on the scene, and how who was it? The Romans took him up on a mount, and and they basically was tempting him, man, saying, "I'll give you all this. If you do this, I'll give you that. I'll give you this." You know. So this ain't like this ain't no carnal thing, man. So don't think when you come into this truth like you sign a record deal and all of a sudden you're getting all this money and all that and all, man. No. This thing is serious, man. You're gonna be tested when we gonna read it anyway. But furthermore, this is it's bitter and sweet, because when you first find out about the truth and you find out you're an Israelite, you like, yo, I'm an Israelite, man. That's what's up. I'm one of the Lord's chosen people. But then them trials and tribulations come. Some people might lose their home. They might lose their they might lose family members, because you're gonna lose all that, man. You know, people start looking at you like you're a weirdo. You know, but you have to endure all those things, man. Salaki, I'm trying to find a scripture. Salaki. All right, yeah. So, you know, this thing is is bitter and sweet, man. All right, this is Revelations chapter 10 and 10. It says, "And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter." So yeah, that's talking about this truth, man. And that little book that the angel gave him was what? The Bible, man. You know. So don't think that because you once you put the roll in your mouth, you start eating it. That means you understanding it. Then you're going to see things like, damn, man, that's crazy. Like some things you might not agree with, but does that make it not the truth? No. Verse 2, back in Sirach chapter 2, verse 2, it says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make no haste in time of trouble. So you're supposed to constantly endure this battle, man. Because if you're a warrior, what you do when you fighting, you enduring. Look at boxers, man. You know, once they get in that ring and that first punch is thrown, they don't just quit and fall. You know, they might get hit with some hard blows, daze them and shit. They gotta shake that shit off and keep it moving, man. Keep fighting. So that's enduring. And then when just say the other fighter, you know, he starts wailing on him on some crazy shit, and that's a time of trouble, you know, because he really coming at you. You ain't supposed to make haste, so do something fast and quick and fuck up. But that's how you get knocked the fuck out, you know. So what you do? You keep your head, man. All right. Verse 3 says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So you're gonna be increased at your end, man. You know, whatever you gave up in this world, this wicked ass queendom, you're gonna get back, man, tenfold. The scriptures tell you that. You're supposed to give up everything for Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. The same way when he was walking, and he told them, follow me, man. And what happened? Them disciples followed him. But he asked the rich man to give up his riches. He didn't want to do that. You know? So that was his consolation. That was his prize right there. All right, verse 4 says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low state. So whatever happens to us, man, and this truth, we supposed to take it cheerfully, man. Why you take it cheerfully? Because you know that Yahweh Bashim Al Shah is dealing with you, man. So you're supposed to rejoice in your downfalls. When we turn into a low state, what's this low state that we in? Israel's in a low state right now. You know? You're supposed to be glad about that because the Lord is dealing with us. Well, first and foremost, he's dealing with the elect. All right? The rest of Israel, he's dealing with them too, but he's punishing them. He's punishing us. He's punishing all of Israel right now. But all that's about to turn around. But don't try to, and see, so you got some dudes, that's why they sell out, man, and want to be basketball players, football players, and all that, singers, rappers, movie stars. They can't take their punishment, but guess what? Those curses still follow you to Hollywood, man. They follow you on the basketball court. They follow you in the studio. Some niggas think that they got away, man. No. Verse 5 says, For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversaries. So, yo, did not we read, what was that, Daniel chapter 3, I believe it was? I believe it was 3. Yeah, Daniel chapter 3. When it talked about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And guess what? They actually was thrown into the fire, man. Literally thrown into a fire, man. You know, if you want to try something, what you do, you got to burn it, man. And the Lord knows how much you could take on his men, so he going to give you that and see if you overcome it, you know. But verse 6 says, believe in him and he will help thee. Order thou, Salakia, says, believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. So you got to believe in him and trust in him, man. Like really trust in him. Don't just say you trust him and then you try to go do some shit on your own. That means you don't trust him, man. Verse 7 says, thee that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, wait for his mercy and go not aside lest ye fall, man. So if you really trust in him, you're going to wait for his mercy. And what's his mercy? When he delivers the elect out of here on them chariots, man. You know, and put us back in our land over there in Jerusalem. And we could bound up all the heathens, man, and they're going to build our city back up. Verse 8 says, ye that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, believe him, and your reward shall not fail, man. So you believe the words that's coming out the scripture, man, your reward is not going to fail, man. It's a reward for the things that you're doing. So it's a reward for your wickedness, and it's a reward for your righteousness. I prefer that you be on the righteous side of the fence, man. If you got some type of sense and you fear Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Alright? Verse 9 says, ye that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. That's the kingdom, man. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and was confounded? So did anybody trust in the Lord and he left them hanging? No. The generation of old, that's our ancestors, man. That's like the scriptures say, what was written aforetime was for our learning, for our understanding, man. And you got all them stories of the children being let out of the children of Israel, we being let out of Egypt through the wilderness. That was them dudes getting tried, because you had the 2/3 back then, and guess what? They died out there in the wilderness, man. You know? Let's read that again. It says, Look at the generations of old and see did ever any trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him, man? So who did he ever hate that called upon him? And the only people that's really going to call upon him and really mean it is the elect, man, the hopeful elect. He knows who they are. You know? I'm ending with verse 11. It says, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction, man. So yeah, the Lord going to do all those things for who? The hopeful elect right now. And the 2/3 of Israel, you going to come back in the kingdom, but you have to suffer death on this side of the fence, man. You know. But with that, man, I hope that the lesson was edifying. I hope it made sense. Hope I wasn't rambling. Hope I got right to the point. All right, into the next lesson, I'm going to say, Shalom, Yasharawah.